Hey Rockstar, Steve aka Void here, and today I want to talk about timing. So, when you're playing guitar, and especially when you're playing along with your favorite records, you might find that your timing is all wrong. Like it's just not working, it's not fitting in with the track. Or if you're playing with other musicians, it just kind of feels a little bit sloppy and you're not 100% sure why. Now, here's a quick tip to making sure that you can play along with records and play perfectly in time. And really, it comes down to something so simple. You're probably going to think that it's kind of ridiculous, but this is what it's all about. When you're playing, you need to be able to understand the pulse of the music. Now, what does that mean? Every single song that you hear and that you play is supposed to have a pulse, a steady pulse. So, when we're playing music, if we're not playing to that steady pulse, technically we're not playing music. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is if you're playing sort of like stop and go version, yes, you're playing notes, but you're not playing music because music requires both melody and harmony, so like the pitch, the notes, but then it also requires the rhythm. Okay, it requires that to be happening in a steady sort of time. Even classical music, where there's a conductor playing, it's a little bit more fluid, but there's a steadiness to it. It might speed up gradually or slow down gradually, but there's a steady pulse. So here's what you need to do if you're going to be playing music in time. And you can see I don't even have the guitar with me right now because if you can't do this, then you can't really expect to be able to play the song properly on the guitar. I call this creating a game you're guaranteed to win. If you can't win this game, then you're not going to be able to win any other games, at least not in a short amount of time. Hi Greg, how's it going, buddy? I see Greg is here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put on the record that you want to play. So put on one of your favorite songs, and what you're looking for is the steady pulse. You're looking to count along with the record. Typically, you're going to be counting either 1, 2, 3, 4, or if it's a faster song, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you might be in a more of a waltz feel, which would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Either one is typically what you'd be doing. Like, so for example, if it was Hotel California, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's and if it was, let's say, like Piano Man or something like that by Billy Joel, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you gotta count. You have to be able to count that out loud using your voice because that's a representation that your mind understands what you're doing on the guitar. So when you have that down, typically songs, a lot of popular songs will start with each chord starts on the one beat. Of course, there's exceptions. Different songs start on different beats, but when you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're fully locked in with the record, you don't have to clap, but you're fully locked in with the record. Then you go to the guitar, and then you could strum each chord each time. So typically it happens on the one beat, let's say, and so you strum only one time on each new chord every time you say one. So what you're doing, you're establishing first just the fact that you could even count this thing, like you're speaking the same language as the song. And then after that, then you make sure to play along with the count that you established. So what guitarists typically do, what I find is, and I found this for the past 16 years of coaching, is that guitarists typically just jump right into playing and they have these timing problems. And when I ask them, can you count the song, can you count the pulse, they're totally lost because they don't necessarily know where the one is or anything. If you don't know where that is, that's like driving with your eyes closed. You don't know where you're going, you don't know the sort of the terrain that you're working with, and you need to be able to understand that if you're going to be able to play along with records. And also if you want to be able to play along with your buddies, if you're playing a band, you need to be able to do this. So the simple steps are put on a song, so put on the record, and then count as soon as you recognize the pulse of the song. Sometimes it's the drums that there's a crash cymbal and you hear boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. You hear the drums come in, and usually when the drums enter, that's where there's the one beat. But it comes with a little bit of feel, like, you know, you have to have a little bit of experience with this, so maybe try it a couple of times and see if you could lock in with the record. What I like, there's a software called Riff Station, and sometimes that when you load up a song into Riff Station, you crank up the metronome and it automatically detects it. So it'll go click, 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 like a metronome, but it'll be locked in. So that kind of did the work for you. So all you got to do is match up your voice with that click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? So you're going to make sure first that you could count along with the record and find that pulse, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it might be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sometimes it might be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The better you get at this and recognizing that pulse, the better your guitar playing is going to get, because that means your mind is able to understand what's happening in the song, and then also your guitar will be able to match up with the count that you're doing with your voice. Okay, so once again, counting along with the record first. If you cannot do that, then don't expect to do anything else quickly on the guitar. You need to be able to understand the timing. And by the way, if you can play something on guitar, like if it is possible, like for example, if you get around to playing something and it just so happens to be in time, when you're able to count it, that's going to be even tighter. It's going to be even easier. If you make a mistake, you'll be able to get back on track even faster. Okay, now if you need any help with this, then make sure to visit practicelessplaymore.com. So once again, practicelessplaymore.com. You can pick up a copy of my book, Practice Less, Play More, my best-selling book. This is a really cool book. It summarizes those 16 years of my coaching experience, 10 years of my touring experience, and 22 years of self-taught guitar playing. So you can check that book out, and if you need my help, then be sure to click the third button on this page and add your name to the waiting list, and then I can help you personally to help you count along with records and play songs a lot faster. So I hope you enjoyed this here. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I read every single comment. I answer all questions, and expect to see me tomorrow with a new video. And make sure, again, go to practicelessplaymore.com. If you're practicing for more than 10 minutes and you're not getting any results on your guitar, then there's a problem, okay? And the counting is the first step, making sure that you're playing music. I would rather have bad notes in time rather than all the right notes and not in time and all sloppy. Okay, so make sure that your timing is good, and that's how to do it, using your voice, counting, and making sure that your voice is leading the way. All right, so that's all I've got for today, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.